These halls are dangerous. Not just the needle-spawn creatures, but also that Chardonnay. When I got too close, it seemed to call out to me, and if not for Grin, I may have reached out and taken that invite. Deeper within, we encountered the breeding ground of all those strange creatures, as well as 2 little shrubs that seem to be able to talk. They seem alright, and act like little kids, but can they be trusted? Guess we'll find out on today's short quest, Long Rest.
Hello, and welcome back to Short Quest, Long Rest.
Fuck, I missed it.
Last time that we played together, you mad lads and ladettes, you have been going through this place called the Hall of Black Ice, uncovering not a zombie infestation as you had previously been told, but presumably the work of a druid who has been growing these needle-like creatures that have spread throughout this hall. You encountered a few dwarven quarters with a variety of different finds, one of them being a rat swarm, which you'll have to ask Rian about that.
Ugh. Fucking rats.
As well
I
as
got a phobia for that too.
a helmet that you have not identified.
But it's pretty.
You just give me 10 minutes with that goddamn thing.
You also met a pair of awakened shrubs, Clay and Yugo, with innocent, childlike personalities that originally had begged you to light a fire because they were feeling cold and were so grateful that they have decided to accompany the party and lead them to meet their mother, this unnamed druid who created them.
Dead.
We'll see. I leave that entirely in your hands.
Yep.
But looming over all of this, the shenanigans, the jump scares, is the ever oppressive feeling emanating from the Chardonnay in that room to the northeast. That space where it felt like things were watching you from the darkness. You've sensed strayed away from there, but the effects of this stone here in these halls remains. There's this palpable presence in the darkness beyond your torchlight. As you headed still deeper into the Hall of Black Ice, you came across a statue in a small alcove that Tavini was able to identify. I'm laughing now, just for the sake of the recording, because these guys are wiggling their character icons on the screen. And here I am going through this elaborate, off-the-cuff description of what happened last session, and it is very, very hard to do it with a straight face.
I'm so sorry.
It's
Dreamer
okay.
started it. It's his fault.
It's okay.
Lando's fault.
I would not change you guys for the world.
It's Lando. Lando did it first.
Except Lando. Fuck that guy.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
To reiterate,
Let her
it's
finish,
okay. I've just put up
poor
a
DM.
like a handout in front of you guys, so you do whatever the hell you want behind it.
Oh, nice.
Smart.
Anyway, Tavini was able to identify this statue as the dwarven god Dumathoin, the Lord of Buried Secrets. There is a inscription on the base of his statue with a riddle, as well as, in his stately posture, a hand extended as if expecting something to be laid upon it. If somebody would like to reiterate the riddle that you have been given.
I certainly can. A shroud that hides both day and night, keeping secrets from the light. bring to me that which concealed, the many treasures it may yield.
Beautiful. And as you all kind of stand in the hallway outside this alcove, and Davini and Krellick are in there looking up at this statue, what is everyone doing?
Felgrin is acting bored in the face of this riddle. The thinking is not for him.
Alright. It is a little distracting with Clay sitting at the, not quite the edges of your dark vision, about halfway out, on the floor like a child, their roots folded crisscross applesauce, their what would be hands in their lap, just watching you very excitedly in the manner of a bush.
Creepy little shit. I think Rian is considering this puzzle. And he's thinking hard about it, trying to figure it out.
Well, don't hurt yourself.
Like, very fucking funny.
He just grins.
Yeah, I think he kind of goes over it a couple times, and he's like, "Let's hide that. That is right." He looks around. Is there any just like dirt or loose rocks laying around on the ground, like earth?
Within this room that you're in, it is, for having been long neglected, clean. There's dust flying over everything, but they kept this little corner of the hall spotless. But you do recall that there's a bunch of potting soil in the chamber to your north, where you found Hugo and his friend Clay.
No one actually grabbed that pot, right? That one?
You guys grabbed a couple of pots. I don't think you grabbed the pot under the table.
Now hear me out. We could kill one of them and use the dirt in their pot.
They're out walking. I don't think they're in pots right now.
True. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Never mind. Don't panic. It's fine. It was just a joke.
It was a joke, Hugo. Calm down.
Hugo is hiding behind Dreamer's legs now and staring at you, wide-eyed Felgrin, which is weird because it doesn't have eyes, but you definitely get the sensation that you are being watched. Meanwhile, Clay has stopped sort of, swaying back and forth childishly on the floor behind you and is sitting stock still as if, hiding in the bushes, although A, they are a bush, and B, they're in the middle of a marble hall.
Nice. Yeah. Rian's like, wait a minute, I think I have an idea. 1 second. And he starts jogging back to the room.
Alright.
And he's looking for that pot underneath the table. And he's gonna take just a handful of that earth, the soil, and bring it back with him. As long as I'm not attacked on the way back.
You're not attacked.
Yay!
I will say that based on your ability to tell sort of at a glance whether things are magical or not.
Yeah.
As you reach into under the table to grab a fistful of potting soil, there's definitely a tingle of magic in your palm.
Ooh.
That
So it is
that
the soil
pot.
that's the magic.
Well, that pot is not entirely mundane.
How big was it?
It's your standard, clay pot that you would grow a shrubbery in. Couple pounds.
8-inch, circular type, just normal pot.
Yeah, it's a 10-pound clay pot.
Okay, 10-4. Yeah, okay. So I think he'll actually he'll pick that up, put it up underneath his arm and carry it with him down here. And just be as he just kind of wanders back with this this soil in his hands and the pot under one arm. He's like, "Do you guys know this thing's magical?"
Oh no, I just maybe the talking plants didn't clue you in.
But I'm thinking it might sell for some money or something later. So,
That
but
is
I
a
have an
good
idea.
point. But you carry it.
Yeah, fine. I'll carry it. So he'll carry it up to the thing, and he'll take a handful of the dirt and put it in the guy's hand, in the statue's hand. And he's like, that, when you think about it, it's under the earth, right? The hidden treasures underneath. And they said to Davini said that the god guy was hidden treasures and stuff like that, or buried treasures. That seems right.
That's
Okay.
the only thing that made sense to me.
Mm-hmm, sure. He's just looking at his nails.
All right. So as you place this fistful of dirt from the new pot under your arm into Dumathoin's hand, nothing happens.
Ah.
Initially.
Wait for it.
Yeah. But then
Davini's like doodling the whole time, like, ooh, ooh.
the statue's fingers coil around the soil. And then with a fluid motion, it tosses the soil over everyone in that room. Almost as if blessing you with it.
Oh, good.
And everyone within that room now receives a blessing of Dwarven Courage. You gain 5 temporary HP.
Nice.
Advantage on saving throws against poison.
Nice.
And resistance against poison for 8 hours.
Oh snap!
Davini's like, and sneezes.
And
Bless
there's
you.
now dirt
That's cute.
scattered all over this room.
Oh!
Ha! I know it. Ah, yeah. Everybody calls me the stupid one.
Oh, broken clock is right twice a day.
Hey, and today's my day.
It's twice a day.
You
not,
put
not the
dirt in
day.
its hand, and it just threw it back at you.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if he knows that he's blessed. I guess he wouldn't even know that. But like, yeah, but it did something. That's like a statue moved. Obviously, I did something right? Come on.
I don't know, if I kicked
don't
you in the
kick me around
groin,
this.
you would do something.
Yeah, but I'm not a fucking statue. Like, come on, give me something here. Like, it. Even if it was just a prank, whatever the hell the thing was.
Yes, you
it did
put
it.
dirt in its hand and it threw it at us. Well done.
I didn't see you making statues doing anything, did you?
No, because I didn't try to.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
are right.
You just keep hiding behind that. Oh, I didn't even try. I'm too cool to give it a shot because as long as I don't even try, I can't say I failed.
He's just smirking the whole time
Yeah.
that you're ranting.
Davini's
As I'm
done.
walking with a pot underneath my arm.
Wait. Are you done flirting? Or are we ready to move on?
Never.
Yeah, I was gonna say we do this a lot.
Helda spends a moment looking
Can
at
you
the two
blame
of you
him?
very, very intently.
So it is flirting.
Her gaze goes from one of your hands to the other and back again.
How's that supposed to be?
What?
Sorry, I
This
was
was a
I was
joke.
looking for rings. You bicker like a married couple.
Oh, dope.
Oh, that's very funny, yeah.
Is that a dwarf thing to call us married couples? I was gonna say.
Carla's just laughing from the other room.
Yeah.
There's a reason dwarves are known for their stench and not their sense of humor.
Oh. Well, I wasn't gonna go there, Grit.
I have training in weddings if ever you want to marry.
Oh, it's very
Yes.
kind, thank you.
Yes, yeah. We'll think about that
We'll
some
keep
other
that
day.
in mind.
In the meantime, perhaps we should focus on the crazy plant creatures in the dungeon. Or
Well, she's getting her licks in. I can respect that.
Helda's laughing at what Tavini said and just claps her on the shoulder approvingly.
Probably,
Tell 'em, girl.
Probably way too hard for a
Yeah.
halfling, you know?
Yep, just buckles her.
Knocks her unconscious.
Yep.
She attacked. Get her.
Yeah. War on the dwarves.
Davini looks like the cat that got the cream.
Nice.
With that grin.
Big old grin. Love it. Okay. Well, yep. Okay. Are we done? Or do you guys want to get a couple more in before we move on? It's like, 'cause I got all day.
I'm good.
Well, we should
Yep.
move on, but let me tell you, none of you are invited to the wedding.
Aww.
He just
Aw.
shakes his head. Shakes his head. Moves on.
And
for
it's
his
going to
wedding.
be an affair.
I wouldn't go half-assed at my own wedding.
All right.
No, sir.
So Yugo continues to linger by Dreamer, staying within arm's reach, trying to stay, like, always keeping Dreamer between themselves and Felgrin. Whereas Clay, when you walk up Rian, that entire bush seems to almost like pivot on its stem and watch your approach. You're not really thinking of...
No, we're not gonna kill you. Unless you
No,
give us a
of
reason
course
to,
not.
of course.
No,
just-
no.
Exactly.
Of course not. Just
Come
turn
on.
your back to me and everything will be fine.
Stop it. Grin.
He just smiles.
Is this Clay or Hugo saying this? This is Clay,
This is
right?
Clay in front of you, yeah.
Yeah. They're like, no, we're not going to hurt you. Like, we only hurt things that hurt us.
You won't
We
feel
fight
a
in
thing.
self-defense. Stop it. Grin. It's like, we don't just attack people. We don't kill things for no reason. We only defend ourselves. So as long as you guys don't give us any reason to hurt you, there will never hurt you. Don't worry about that.
Yes,
Oh,
heroes and
okay.
all that.
There were those goblins, though.
What?
Well, that was
What's a goblin?
no. They're
And Miri from
bad,
behind.
very-
Goblins are really not very nice.
Very bad. Yes, very
that's what
bad.
she said. Very bad. Evil creatures. Yeah, we
Evil,
probably shouldn't say
snarling.
We probably
Bad.
shouldn't put that in their heads. Those
I
goblins
think-
actually weren't that bad.
They weren't that bad.
It was a miscommunication. That's all.
Right,
They had a
okay.
bear that tried to kill us. Do you know what a bear is?
What's a bear?
Oh my god.
You keep moving, and we'll talk about bears as we
Alright.
go.
Clay hops up and, scurries off ahead of you into the darkness.
Holy shit, he's a fast little fucker.
But they do stop and sort of point with their branches immediately eastward. That's where Mom did a lot of her experiments. And that direction, and it points southward, she never really went there. And I know that she used to sleep up that way. And it points to the north, ahead in that direction.
So, does anyone want to roll on the table?
What table?
The table of going into these rooms?
Yeah.
On the last one, every time we went in one of these rooms, you had to roll on a table. To
Yeah,
see what
Krellick,
you
you're poking your head into a what appears to be a living quarters. Do you want to?
Yeah, I guess.
got.
I mean,
I
it
got your
would
back.
make sense.
If it's rats, I got your back.
Oh, you better. I ran in for you.
That's true. I think I'm out of spells fighting those rats. Freaked
Yeah,
out and
you
zapped him.
really.
He was scared.
Okay.
Clothes. I get a pimp robe.
Nice.
No, so as you poke your head in, nothing seems to jump out at you. So you walk in and start shuffling through all the furniture and stuff, and most of it's moldering, very stale. The bedrolls are just musty. You kind of pull them aside to see if there's anything underneath, and a big old cloud of dust comes up. Then you put it back. But amidst all the moldering clothes in one of the drawers, you manage to find yourself a pair of gold ingots. About a pound apiece, worth 25 gold each.
Nice. He will pocket said gold ingots.
Rian Felgren, because you guys are closest, I think you would probably see him finding those.
Hey, that'll go a long way later, won't it, buddy?
I think I should probably examine one of those for curses and the like.
Not that stupid.
Are you sure?
No.
Hold his hand out.
Good answer. That is fantastic. Are you sure? No.
Well, just to be safe, huh?
And now to your south, you can see what appears to be another pair of open doorways facing one another at the end of a hallway with two stairs leading up into darkness.
Usually down is the right answer.
Yeah, depends on what she was going for. Clay, which one? You said your mother slept to the north and did her experiments to the east?
Yeah,
Or
she,
didn't go south.
her room's that way, and it sort of points towards an open doorway about 20 feet ahead of you and to the left.
Is she home? Is your mother home right now?
I mean, she hasn't left. Hugo and I, we sat up for her for, a couple of days now.
And she has not returned?
No. She's somewhere in here. I don't know where else she'd go. It's cold outside.
Tavini's keeping an eye on the east, because the east is where they said the workshop is. So she's just
Yeah. That makes me think where she is.
watching
Roll
curiously.
me perception.
Oh boy.
think Krellik's just gonna watch the south, even though he said she never goes there.
Yeah, Krellik, you can also roll me perception if you want.
He's not gonna see shit.
No, you're gonna do great.
Here it is. Nat 20.
Alright, Tavini, beyond the edges of
Yeah.
your lantern light,
Nope.
you don't really see anything. Nor do you hear anything. There is this... You're in this very cavernous space, obviously, and far distant behind you, you can hear the crackle of that fire that you guys set in the hearth. But aside from that, it is eerily still in here. As for Krellik with a 5...
Yeah.
There's a couple of doorways. That's about all you can tell.
Nice. It's definitely
Immediately
a hall.
south, 2 doorways across from one another, about 30 feet between them. One to the left, one to the right. Not sure what's in them.
It seems to be a hallway.
Guys,
Wait,
I found the
don't
hallway.
open that door.
Oh shit. That's a bad Dane.
Right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna discuss the, that gold you found, and my cut of it, yeah?
You saw nothing, Helda.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
didn't
saw
plan on
everything.
didn't plan
I'm
on
sorry,
keeping it to myself.
I'm sorry, Gold?
Hey, Gold. Who's in that room?
Krellik
What?
just pinches the bridge of his nose.
Yep.
Well, unless you can cut an ingot of gold in half, Helda, you'll have to wait.
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't, discussing it at this very moment. More making sure that when the opportunity arises, you don't forget your good friend.
Oh, well, hopefully when that time comes, you'll have forgotten. Anyway,
While they're discussing this, I'm gonna bend down and like offer my arm to Yugo and like pat my like a spot on my shoulder, like right next to my head.
Okay.
Let him ride on you, like Iron Giant style.
You get the impression you're being stared at uncomprehendingly.
oh, sorry.
they're mini dreamers.
Exactly.
Was there something you wanted?
Do you want to ride on my shoulder?
Oh, very much. And Yugo starts climbing up onto your shoulder. And, you're made of wood and you've got metal bits and the like. Yugo, a yew-bush does not necessarily blend in with your own craftsmanship. But it doesn't look unnatural up there either.
Got a little tree popping up on the shoulder now.
Yep.
Hey, Clay, I'm now bigger than you. Oh, no fair. And Clay comes over and, reaches up 2 branches, up.
He's accessorizing now.
I will
Yeah.
offer my hand.
Oh, my God.
Clay is gonna climb up and sit on the other shoulder. And you now look like a walking tree.
What's
And he
up?
comes over to Falgren. He's like, this is going to make killing them a lot harder.
We're gonna have to be precise,
I am tree.
or he'll take a shot.
I am tree.
Oh my god.
They're like, you know what? We don't have to be careful. We got to take down the big guy with him.
Well,
I understand.
If it comes to that, well,
No. He had a good run of it.
he did.
Then I think Rian's going to come peek around this corner. To kind of just...
Let's go check out Mommy's room.
Exactly.
Oh,
Just to get
so, if you want to pause there a moment.
Pause.
Because as you come around the corner, you find yourself looking into a very large, round chamber. In the center looms a large plant, its trunk rising nearly to the ceiling. Branches resembling muscled arms erupt from the central stalk at unnatural angles before fanning out into leafless twigs bristling with thorns. They're coated with foul-smelling dark yellow sap and cling to the 6 stone pillars that support the ceiling of this large room. From the top of the plant, a large, ribbed, black seed pod hangs, reaching nearly to the ground. A faint, sickly yellow glow can be seen through the cracks in the pod.
I think Felgren's eyes just go wide.
I think Rian slowly steps back from the entrance. He says, everyone, there's a really big one of those pods in there.
Like how big?
Let's just say that Dreamer isn't tree, that is tree.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, would you say it was like a 20-foot tall ceiling, right? And then you said it went from like the ceiling almost all the way down to the floor?
The
Or how tall
ceiling,
is
the ceiling above you, you're probably looking at a good 30 feet. If you can imagine this is a dome, then just where you are, maybe 20 feet high, curving
Okay.
upward to about 40 feet.
Nice. And this thing was essentially to the ceiling to the floor, right?
Yeah, the tree,
the
there's this
pod?
giant stalk to the
Mhm.
ceiling with a large arm sort of bending with this very heavy, large black pod hanging off this stalk that is glowing
Gotcha.
from cracks in it.
Almost to the floor. Okay, so how big is the pod from it? I guess that's right. In my head, I was imagining like the branch all the way to the ceiling and it coming all the way
The
down.
pod
so-
is about 10 by 10.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, it's big. Yeah, it backs up again. I'd say about 10,
Well, let's see
10
how-
feet by 10 feet.
Yes, that's
Well,
yes.
that's yeah, that's a big pod.
That's a very big pod.
I think you should burn it.
Well, before we start burning anything,
Aww.
hey, we start burning shit now, and the jig is up. We have
Dreamer, send in one of the bushes.
Yeah. Hugo, Clay, do you know what the hell that is?
As Dreamer comes around the corner and gets a clear line of sight to the north and is able to see this, giant stalk in the center of the room with its hanging seed pod, Clay and Hugo, I don't know what that is. Yeah, me neither.
It looks like one of your mean brothers, right?
No, I don't know it. I don't think that's one of our brothers.
What are we thinking? Want to go check it out?
Ian, go
Or-
poke it.
Well, I'm not doing it alone. Fuck that.
We'll be right here, right behind you.
I
Just,
mean,
just
from
go.
what we understand, the pods give birth to the poor dwarvish fellas we had to fight in the entryway, right? That's what we've come to gather from this place.
I don't want one on me, so
Exactly. Well, I'm just thinking, what gets something like that? It's got to be like a Goliath or something. If it's something that size, it's got to be someone huge.
I mean, look at the size of it. That's gonna fit in the chest of a giant.
Exactly.
Tavini just nods.
Yeah.
well,
I can think Rian does kind of like step just into the entryway a little bit and
Alright.
kind of like eyeing the
Crow
room.
stepping in.
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah, 12.
Alright. So,
Middle of the road.
staring at this giant pod across from you and then tearing your eyes from it to scan the rest of the room, it is too vast for the edges of your dark vision to even see halfway across. You do see that there are beds with chests at the foot of them to both your left and your right. And if anything, this is likely some sort of living quarter, more of a communal one than the small rooms you've been finding throughout. There's nothing to your eyes that changes about that pod, however, as you enter the room.
Clay, Hugo. I don't suppose you can talk to that thing, see if it's gonna be mean or not, can ya?
I mean, what would we say?
We come in peace?
Oh, hello, giant pod. Are you going to kill us?
There you go, that one works too.
I suppose. And Clay,
Get
starts
some tiger.
starts climbing down Dreamer's side, and scurries past Tavini, turns sideways through Krellick and Felgrin and past you, Rian. And all you
Remember,
can
we
hear
were really nice.
in this echoing space ahead of you is just the pitter-patter of roots and what little dirt clumps come loose from them across the tiles.
I wouldn't get too close.
This sort
if
of
I
tap,
were you.
tap, tap sound. And he...
That's probably good. No.
Oh, am I too close? And as he says that, the cracks in this black seed pod hanging in front of you begin to widen and more light pours out. An acrid smell fills the air. Barbed vines slither through the openings in the pod and start tearing open the gaps. There's an audible crack, this sound, and a large, vaguely humanoid form, entirely made of thorned vegetation, emerges from the pod. It is difficult to distinguish from the surrounding briars, except for a faint yellow glow from its inhuman eyes, which gaze upon the humanoids across the room from it with rage.
Oh, fuck.
Has a vaguely
no.
humanoid, or a vaguely feminine shape to it. And, I'm gonna need everyone to roll me initiative.
I think we've met Lonnie.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Mama.
Just killed a man. Ooh, Mary didn't do great. Oh, I didn't do great. Wow, everybody rolled really well. Holy shit. I was at the bottom and thought I did bad. I was like, oh man, I must have rolled like shit. Like, no, I got 16. I'm second to last.
Alright.
Like, Hugo, Clay, is this mom?
Rian, with that 12 perception check of yours, you failed to notice that underneath the bed immediately to your left
Fuck.
merges one of these needle spawn.
Oh, and it rolled really high. God damn it.
Yeah. And it is going to take a swing at Miri because it almost emerges into her space. Here, it should actually be over here.
You may want to think twice before trying to hit my daughter.
It is going to make a claw attack against her.
Oh yeah, that fucking hit her.
So 19 for 4 slashing damage. Alright, and that will now
Miri!
be Felgren's turn.
Keep your eye open for the other ones.
Well, he will do that. But first, he's going to clap his hands together, pull them apart, and cast Mirror Image,
Attaboy.
creating 3 duplicates of himself
Alright.
that all look determined.
Determined it is.
Other than that, he's gonna stay right where he is.
Alright, and that brings us to initiative count 20, where this creature in front of you extends its arms forward. And you watch as from the ground, beneath its feet, come racing forward to sort of lines of needles. Almost like roots growing suddenly from this sort of central briar. And where they end, these needles start to coalesce into 2 more of these needle spawn creatures.
Little shits.
Oh,
And that is our initiative count 20. That is now Krellick's turn.
Ah, so much going on.
Yes.
Hey.
This is gonna be stupid.
Nah, that's what you do best, my boy.
Krellick's gonna move right here
Yeah.
and hit the one on the left.
Alright. Give us that attack
Love
roll,
it.
my lad.
There it is.
Alright.
And... Ooh.
Eight.
That
Natty, too. Oof.
unfortunately does not connect with these guys.
There you go. This one will be the good one. There you go.
That does.
18 for the shield bash.
5.
Ooh, min damage. Damn.
Yeah.
Not starting off hot, but it's alright. That's still good. 5 damage. Still decent.
Damage is damage.
Exactly. Every little bit helps.
Anything else? Are you moving anywhere?
Nope, he's sticking right there.
So he's one shy of getting his extra attack, so...
Alright, here, I should
Next
actually
level,
add
baby.
Clay and Hugo on here. Dreamer, that is now your turn.
Now, let's see what Clay and Hugo end up doing, because we might get our wish, Felgren.
You're a monster.
I'm not a monster. Just because I want to kill those little things.
No, that's not good enough. I want to kill them.
My baby!
What are you doing, lad? Because your baby is currently standing in front of this monster.
I'm going to run up to Clay with 25 feet of movement. I'm gonna scoop Clay up.
All right.
Is my movement hindered in any way?
It is not.
Yeah, I can't imagine. It's
Clay
so
is
light.
light enough that I would say that it doesn't bother you.
Okay, so that's 30. And then I'm going to dash and go the rest of the way to right here.
Okay.
I also have Yugo on me as well.
Yeah, so
Yeah, until they start fucking swinging on you.
you go, as you go charging forward, Yugo is like rooted to your shoulder. Ah! And
it's like little limbs are backwards, just getting blown away.
Clay has been standing frozen, again trying to pull that whole deer in the headlights or hiding in the bushes thing, completely exposed to this creature. And as you sort of arrive behind him and grab him by the stalk, he and turns around and starts climbing up you and clings on for dear life.
Oh, okay. No, we won't kill them.
Well, I think Krellick's just gonna watch Dreamer grab the plant and run and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, be like, seriously.
Alright. Helda,
I love them so much.
our lass, has a light crossbow that she is going to level and fire downrange at the plant which had emerged from the giant pod. Rolling that attack roll. Was a nat 1.
Oof, natty fucking 1. Man, we are rolling rocks.
So as she raises that crossbow to her shoulder to fire, as she does, Tavini, you hear this twing as the string of the crossbow snaps.
Oh, shit.
And you hear she immediately starts cursing and steps to one side out of sight and starts fiddling with it quickly to repair it as quickly as she can. You know, getting a string out of her pocket and trying to restring it there.
Ooh.
That
Restring
is-
with a shoestring.
That is her turn. That is now Tavini. What are you doing?
She's seeing this, she's like,
Oh dear.
and steps forward. Because she wants to be amongst close-ish to friends.
Alrighty.
Yeah, she's gonna do it. She
Believe in you.
reaches up, grabs her holy symbol, and goes,
Blessings of the Father of the Forge upon them.
and she's going to bless Kralik, Dreamer, and Rian.
Nice.
Alright.
Her bless. Oh, actually, instead of Dreamer, she'll bless herself just this time to try and hold on to the bless.
Oh, smart. So that way, just in case she gets hit, it'll...
Yeah.
Alright. Is that as far as you're moving this turn?
No, she's going to step into the space with Tavini, with Miri. Because they can share the space, because they're the same size.
Cohabitate.
I love it.
Yes. She's got her, she gets ready with a little shield. She doesn't have her mace out yet, so she's just got her shield.
And it's really funny because, you know, you're not going to be able to share the same space with her for much longer because she is now far larger than you. And you in front of her with your shield hardly come up to her shoulder as she is baring her teeth and hissing at this thing that dared try to strike her with an expression of fury you really only see in fights like this.
Nice.
Alright.
Nice.
Rian, that is going to be your turn.
Yep. They're like, on my side, Mary. And he's gonna fall
On it.
back, take both his, well, actually, he's gonna pull his big long sword off his back and his dragon-slaying short sword in his left hand. And he's about to go to town. Okay, so, long sword, he's coming in with the slash. Ah, fuck,
8 does not connect.
Okay. And then coming in with the short sword. Fucking 7. Ah, damn it. This is just oh, wait a minute. I get my, would bless even come anywhere close to helping?
Roll it. It's a D4.
Yeah, you
Roll
might
it,
as
yeah, roll a
Might as well
1d4.
roll it.
You guys have
Okay.
fought these
I can
before, so I will remind you their AC is about 13.
Yeah, so even then it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Alright.
so
So whiffing them.
yeah, both were just like, this thing is just too quick for me. Knew I should have zapped it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have any other options, so that's my turn.
So that is now Clay's turn. And Clay, being the childlike entity that they are, immediately, now that you've sort of pulled them free, Dreamer, is going to hop down from your shoulder and is going to bolt back in the direction that they had originally come from.
Probably a good call.
Yep.
Come on, Hugo, we gotta get out of here! And Clay is going to dash out of sight. That now brings us to this entity in the middle of the room.
The needle-ridden woman.
Yes.
Goody.
Yeah, here we go.
So first off, as a bonus action, it points in Krellick's direction.
Oh, crap.
And you watch as, this line of thorns extends towards you. And you find yourself suddenly standing in a 15-foot square space, just thick with needles. They don't immediately cause you any harm, but you get the impression as this briar builds up around you that you can, probably poke yourself quite a bit moving among them.
This isn't good.
Yeah. So you're facing a bit of difficult terrain there as well. Additionally, it is going to unleash a needle volley as these others around it have done. So let's see, it's firing off 2 needles.
Oof.
One of them to the person nearest to it, which would be Krellick. The other to one of, Felgrin, and if it misses him, one of his mirrors.
There you go. Mirror, baby.
So first against Krellick, 5 to hit, and then against Felgrin's needles, a 10 to hit.
Nice.
So I have to roll.
No, I don't think it doesn't match your AC, does it?
No, it's if I have 3 duplicates, I must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate, which I did.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, gotcha.
Even then, I don't think a 10 hits their AC.
If they have my AC, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Let's see. Yeah, it's 10. AC equals 10 plus my dex modifier, so 12.
So sweet.
Yeah, so it doesn't
it
connect.
Doesn't hit. Yeah.
So this feminine form, this giant perversion of presumably their druidic mother, points towards Krellick with this lashing motion, and a needle extends from her arm, almost like she's flicking it towards you, and it pings off your shield, and those blazing yellow eyes turn to Felgrin and whip another his direction, and passes right by the ear of your mirror image that kind of steps to the side and watches it go past. Did you see that?
Didn't say the magic word.
The other mirrors laugh at her.
I love it.
Now, because your magic is pretty chaotic, do they laugh soundlessly?
No.
Oh, so there's...
Nice.
Alright, because normally that spell, obviously it's just mirror images, but I think for a wild magic sorcerer, yeah, they would...
But they do laugh in different pitches.
That's awesome. They're slightly modulated. One's
Yes.
a step higher, one's a step lower. It's almost harmonized.
Yeah.
Hugo is going to climb down from Dreamer and is similarly going to bolt after Clay, hey, wait for me!
Cowards!
They're kids!
If I was a bush, I'd be like, I'm out of here, dude.
Yeah, it's
I have so
I'm a
little
fucking
HP.
dragon knight and I'm almost out of here.
Yeah, dude.
Alright. So
Fuck
now
this
this
shit
needle
on
spawn
top.
in front of you, Krellick, immediately to your right, is going to try and make a claw attack against you. And a 10 does not connect.
No, sir.
No.
You have to do better than that,
That is now going to be Miri's turn.
She'll
Okay.
outright kill this thing for sure.
Yeah. I think if we're going from the last time, because we haven't rested, she's got one more lightning bite, if I'm not mistaken. So might as well use it up.
Give us a chomp.
God
Oh.
damn it!
No.
Wow.
Seriously, man, this is just silly.
She
Fucking
goes-
6?
She goes to take a bite out of it and gets a mouthful of needle instead, without actually making contact with the creature itself beneath them.
Ah, it's a
And-
quick little fucker, isn't it?
Yeah! And she's kind of like pawing at her mouth, trying to pull needles out with her talons. Not again! Sticking her,
just, like-
sticking her tongue out, you can see needles on it.
Oh.
Davina's just like trying to help. Just like,
Oh no.
Yes. Blink, 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 blink.
Alright, so now we're looking at the one on top of you and Miri, Tavini.
Yeah.
And with the pair of you so close, is going to do a needle volley,
Little shit.
which it can fire pretty accurately at close quarters. So let's see how many it rolls. 3 of these.
Oof.
oof.
So 1 to Tavini, 1 to Miri, 1 to Rian, because you're all closest.
Okay.
So first Tavini, because she's the one I listed first. 11 does
Nope.
not connect.
No.
A
Oh, right,
13
she's got
on
her shield
Miri,
out.
Nope.
and a 7 on Rian.
Damn right. Nope. Okay. Hey, if everybody's rolling low,
Everyone's
I'm fine
rolling
with
low.
it. As long as no one's getting hit, it's fine.
Felgrin, that is now your turn. As you watch this one behind you, launching needles, there's stuff flying everywhere.
Light him up, Felgren.
Here goes nothing. He's gonna start tracing just intricate patterns in front of himself. And then with a push of his hands forward, he's gonna cast a Phantasmal Force on the big one.
Alright.
See if it works. So, they will need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Oh,
And it
Oh.
rolls a crit.
fucking natty 20. Bullshit.
Well,
Sorry.
what can you do?
Sorry!
It's not your fault that you're just the luck of the Irish and rabbits and all the shit rolled up into one.
It is okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's say our shit will turn around here.
He will finish his movement by going there.
Smart.
Going behind a
Give yourself
pillar.
some cover.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
So that is now initiative count 20 as this needle-ridden woman points to another spot on the floor. And Dreamer, a pair of these needle spawn now appear around you.
Oh,
And it seems like these things are going to keep appearing so long as she remains standing.
Got it.
They rolled pretty terrible on their... Well, one of them rolled well on their initiative. Krellic, that is now your turn. As you see behind you, 2 racing lines of needles across the floor coalesce into 2 more of these creatures around Dreamer.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Krellic knows this is probably gonna hurt, but
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna move here and just try to get through the thorns.
Okay. So, you take 1 piercing damage, and can you roll me a 1d4? A 1. Well, you're resistant to poison damage, but 1 is the minimum, so yeah, you take 1 piercing damage and 1 poison damage moving through those thorns. But can otherwise keep going, although you will take an attack of opportunity from the pair of these if you go past them.
Well, he's already taken 1.
Yeah,
so
he's already
got
taken
one.
1,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
and it rolls a crit.
Oh, of course it grows a fucking crit.
For 6
But
slashing damage.
Krellic can't be crit.
That's true.
Oh, you can't be crit!
He can't be crit, so it's a what, 4?
Yeah. So it is rolled a 3.
That's
Rolled a 1 for the first one plus 3. Yeah,
Mhm.
so 4.
Yeah.
The adamantine shield, boy.
Oh.
Hell yeah. That's why we put it on you, baby. Or it's armor. He's got the
Armor,
adamantine
yeah.
armor. Yeah.
So 3?
Yep. No, four points
Four?
of damage on that.
Ah.
'cause it's-
1 plus 3, because
Well-
they had a +3 to hit.
Here goes my temp hit points.
Yep.
And then are you
no.
moving into melee with the...
Yep. I'm gonna
All
take
right.
the other one.
So taking the other attack of opportunity. 7 doesn't hit.
Alright. Now I'm good until these things close in on me again. So he's gonna try to stop this thing from making more, so he's just gonna start swinging.
Attaboy.
All right.
Eh.
A 12 does not
12.
hit. But as you extend your arm to lash out at this thing, your hammer rakes away a bunch of needles, and though none of them pierce your armor, because you've made a melee attack against this thing, you could tell that it will probably cause you harm to engage with this thing in melee.
Yeah, you gotta add your bless.
Oh yeah,
shit.
don't forget to add your bless.
Yeah. Go back to your silver warhammer attack
Okay.
and add that fucking bless.
Yeah, give us
Roll
that
1d4.
1d4.
You just need to roll a 1, literally.
3.
There
Three.
you go.
He would need to roll a 1 against the others
Little
in
guys.
the room.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, he's attacking
You
the
do
big
not connect.
Yep.
one. Oh, boy.
15 doesn't hit. Shit.
Oh.
Okay.
So I have a feeling that I'm gonna get hurt if I attack this thing again.
Oh yeah.
Now, what you can do is you can opt to roll with disadvantage on your next attack to avoid taking the damage that you would take attacking it.
Nope. Disadvantage is a no bueno. I rolled a 1
negative-
and a 20.
1 and a 20.
Oh
Damn
no!
it.
Well, the 1 was the first one you rolled, so
Yeah.
even if you...
Yeah, you would have got the 1 either way, but I love those swings where it's just the absolute opposites.
Alright. So that was your move, bonus action, action. Are you using the rest of your movement anywhere?
Actually, I think Krellick is going to action surge
Ooh, alright.
and swing, but I think he's just gonna go normal and take the damage. He wants to hit this thing.
Okay.
Attaboy.
23.
Yeah, there it
23
is.
definitely hits.
Yes.
10.
Nice.
So you're going to take 2 piercing damage for connecting with this creature. As you strike it with your silvered warhammer, it gives this now inhuman, but you can detect hints of the humanity beneath, scream of pain and fury at having been struck. And as her head kind of whips aside from the blow, she turns and looms over you with this very haughty expression you could barely make out amidst all the needles covering her.
You can bet there's gonna be more where that came from.
Attaboy.
And that's all he's gonna do.
And Dreamer, you across the room hear her respond in Druidic. I will be the death of you, boy.
That's not nice.
The best part is, you know he actually said it.
It is now your
Surrounded
turn,
by
Dreamer.
needle spawn.
Nope.
You know,
That's
that's
not
not
nice.
nice.
Oh boy.
You got a bit of a dilemma there, huh?
Yep. I think I risk the attacks of opportunity here. Going to step away from my 2 needle spawn
Okay.
and make my way towards the middle of the room.
And they're, yep, definitely gonna take those swings at you. So first, the one on the left rolls a 1,
Nice.
and the
Yes.
one on the right rolls a 13.
Whiff.
Nice.
Yes.
Attaboy.
Man, like everyone is just missing. Not just us. Everybody.
Minus the crit on Krellick, which was still negated, which is awesome.
And
That thing's gonna start paying dividends.
I will cast Produce Flame and chuck it
Who you checking it at?
at
Mamacita?
Mama.
Mamacita,
Mamacita.
21.
21 connects. Roll me
Nice.
damage.
Light 'em up!
8.
The full 8.
It's on
nice.
fire!
So as
It's on fire.
this figure
That was good.
finishes its threat against Krellick, and you pull away from this needle spawn. What does it look like when Dreamer hurls fire at something?
Starts as a small spark in his hand, and it grows into a small sort of torchlight, and he just hurls it. Baseball.
Overhand
Baseball
baseball throw,
pitcher.
nice.
His mirror images golf clap.
All right. And the
Nice.
rest of you watch as the light from this small ball of fire reflects off of Krellick's armor as it hurtles past him and slams this woman in the chest, which again is followed up by a shriek of outrage as she is now turning her attention to you, Dreamer, and again in Druidic. I will be the death of all of you who have raided my lair.
It's not yours.
Wait, what?
Attaboy.
Are you responding in Druidic?
Nope.
It's just like flah, 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 and he's like, "It's not yours." Like, yeah, you tell her, Dreamer.
So Helda is going to poke her head out from behind, and having fixed her crossbow hastily, aiming past you, Dreamer and Krellick, going to make her her attack roll down range. Let's see if she actually connects this time, or do we roll a 1? 20!
Nice, 20.
Not a natural
Nice,
20,
7
dirty
damage.
20.
Dirty 20 still.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So, Dreamer, you hear a and Krellick just a instant later past you as a crossbow bolt slams into the burnt spot on this figure's chest, dealing 7 piercing damage. And your girl Helda back there is going to use her action surge
Nice.
to fire a second crossbow bolt at this thing. For 15, she does not connect.
Damn.
So, you,
Oh, that's right. We already did 15.
Rian, looking behind you, see her very hastily putting the crossbow to the ground, pulling the string up, loading it, raising it to fire, and then she almost gets distracted by noticing the 2 needle spawn to her right, and it throws off her aim just enough that it embeds itself in the trunk beside that hanging pod. Right fucking that! And she is going to run out of sight of those 2 now.
Got a girl. Got her.
Tavini, it is now your turn.
She glances. She takes a quick glance at the thing next to her, and she's like, "Ugh." But the big one is the bigger threat,
Mm-hmm.
considering, yeah, it's popping up more of these things. So she's going to touch her holy symbol, pull the flames from it, and do sacred flame at the big one,
Alright.
the evil Misty. And I believe
Oh,
it's
she needs to make a
13.
dex save.
Yeah, 13 dex save.
That is a 10.
Nope.
Whoosh!
Yeah, that's right. I'll light 'em up. Hey, damage is damage.
3 points. Alrighty. Center of the chest now looking considerably damaged. You're starting to see from within her chest cavity this glowing core of sickly yellow light. The black pod that she had torn open and descended from is no longer quite as bright from within. It now seems that that light is centered in her chest. You can see it pulsating there, very sickly, under the needles. Any bonus action for you?
No, she just needs to keep her shield ready. Just like,
Keep that shield up! Alright, Rian, what are you doing?
As all these spawns start popping up all around him, he kind of is like looking around, taking in the view of everything that's going on, and realizing that if this keeps up, there's a good chance we're getting overrun. So he wants to just make a perception check, whatever you say I need, but he's looking towards her and the pillars surrounding her, holding up that ceiling.
Roll me perception.
Sure thing. Come on, don't fail me now. 19.
19. So in the diminishing, sickly yellow glow from the pod she had emerged from,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell, now that you've entered the room, even just a couple more feet than you were in the doorway, that the twisting stalks that reach to the ceiling have started to almost curl in on themselves and wither now that this creature has been birthed from them. It seems that this sort of central plant has served its purpose and is rapidly dying.
Okay. I was actually thinking about the pillars holding up the ceiling around it. Does that anything about those?
Those, looking at them, strong, sturdy dwarven construction.
Okay.
Disappointingly strong, sturdy dwarven construction.
Let's bring the whole fucking roof in on this bitch. But, okay.
Built to last. Duralast.
There you go. Yeah, I think he'll call out to everybody. Miri, close in on it. Everyone, attack the main one. And but he's not going to leave Miri behind right now, so he's going to take another swing at this creature in front of him because, yeah, he's not going to leave his daughter with two of them about to fucking go. So, once again, he's going to start with the long sword and move on to the short sword. Let's see what happens. Critical.
All right, yeah. Roll us that damage, lad.
All right, keep it in your pants.
Hit, baby.
Get him!
6.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
Gee, thanks, Felgrin.
What?
I love it.
It's very, very bad.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
that's
rolled
a real
two twos on a d8.
2 2s on a 2d8s. Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
2d8 plus 2, 6 damage.
Yeah, exactly. So, then he flips around his short sword and comes in for a slash. Man, with a fucking 7.
yeah,
Oh
even
my
a
God.
bless wouldn't help.
No, not even a little bit.
Where's your god now?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dreamer is like Bumblebee, where occasionally you just hear voices that are not his own coming from him.
Yeah, just fucking just channeling some other plane. Okay, that's that's all I got.
Suddenly he just starts talking like Bane.
Yep.
Hello.
You
Does
merely
that make you
adopted
feel
the
powerful,
dog.
Ian?
All right.
I was born a druid.
That is now one of the newest needle spawn, and it is going to rush ahead of you, Dreamer. Actually, let me make sure of their movement speed. 30 feet. So it's going to rush ahead of you and raising both of its limb-like arms in front of itself, it is going to launch into a needle volley. So how many needles does it release? 4 of them. It'll be 1 for Dreamer, 1 for Rian, 1 for Miri, 1 for Tavini.
Oof.
Y'all are downrange.
Yep.
So, first up, the one for Dreamer
Doesn't it want to hit its buddies?
rolls a 9, so
Nothing.
misses. Next one is for Rian, rolls a 12.
Nothing.
Next one is for Miri, 14.
Hits on the dot.
And Tavini.
Oof.
So, first one for Miri. Miri takes 7 piercing
Damn.
damage. And Tavini takes 4 piercing damage.
And that would be a concentration check.
Yep.
Got max damage on my ass. Or on Miri.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Crit on the friggin' concentration. Had a girl.
So, this thing raises its arms in front of Dreamer, and the needle, strangely, at point blank range, you feel it should have hit, but the needle instead goes wide and it beds itself in the floor, into the marble floor at your feet. You can actually hear the stone cracking a little. The other needles go flying past your left-hand side toward the 3 gathered by the bunks. A couple of them get pelted. That is now the one that Krellicht had attack's turn. And as it prepares to move, you hear in Druidic, Dreamer, that woman shrieking from the center, "Defend me, my children! Defend your mother!" And it comes scurrying over to make some attacks against Krellicht. That is a 10, that does not connect.
No, hell no.
Clay is
Oh no.
gone.
Hell no, boy, y'all been up and done it.
I knew you'd be back.
Alright. So, first thing first on her turn, she is going to create
Yay!
It should be 15 square feet there. I might have to move that template. There we go. So there's now 15 feet of needles that emerge from the ground around you, Rian, and in front of you, Tavini and Miri. This patchwork briar with long needles that seem to be slick at the ends of them. Little bit of a maybe a poisonous touch there. And then she is going to multi-attack against our lad Krellick here. So 20 to hit and a 13 to hit.
What am I thinking?
Both miss.
20 on hit Krellick.
20, I forget that 20 does not hit Krellick.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, 20, that definitely hits. Now
And
Krellick.
she reaches over one shoulder to backhand you, and you raise that shield, and you almost hear, it almost sounds like hail striking, or not like hail. If you've ever driven your car through, like, off-road, and have scraped against a bush, yeah. That very, like, obnoxious sound where you're like, aw, that's gonna fuck with the paint.
20 doesn't hit Krellick. This is Krellick Steelforge we're talking about.
Yeah.
And
This is Krellick
she
steel balls.
glares at you and is going to start pulling back, retreating behind the tree there. So you do get an attack of opportunity if you want.
I do.
Krellick Wanty.
Okay.
Rian, you're looking at difficult terrain in front of you. 11 does not connect.
Damn it.
Even if you rolled your bless.
Yeah, if I hit her, I could have stopped her from retreating.
Yep. That is now Yugo's turn. Yugo and Clay have disappeared.
Cowards!
That is now this needle spawn's turn. Comes racing up behind you, Krellick. And similarly is going to try and attack you. 19 does not hit.
Come on!
Yeah.
The one to your right, Tavini, is going to start crowding you from the other side. And is going to make its attack roll against you. Lashing out with those claws. 23 to hit.
Yep.
Can't I roll like that against Krellick?
Nope.
For 7 slashing.
Damn.
And concentration.
Yep.
Plus a 1d4, that's probably not gonna help.
Fingers crossed it does. Come on, roll 4. Ah. Unfortunately, Bless drops.
Yep.
Alright. And that is the end of its turn. Miri, what is she doing?
Yeah, Rian yelled to Mary, Mary, get in there! So she is going to disengage with these things. And
Okay.
can she sidestep through these, like, on this bed
Yeah.
around? Like,
Yeah, I would allow that. And same
Okay.
for Tavini as well.
Did she get... One second. No, she's still at 30 fly. Okay. So she's going to move up here. And
So-
just disengage to get away.
Disengages and scrabbles away. You can hear the bed creaking and groaning under her weight, kind of bounces a little.
Does a little flip. She bounces on the bed. Like, this is the one time you can jump on the bed.
Alright.
And, yeah, that's all she can do for right now. So,
The needle spawn next to Reen and Tavini. It's going to be targeting Tavini. As now the pair of them have you on either side, are just batting you back and forth. It's a tense place to be in. Another 23.
God damn, 23 again.
That is going to be for 6.
Tavini, get out of there.
Alright, Falgrin. It is your turn.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fudge. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's looking, it's a tough one.
Felgrin genuinely believes that this lady needs to go.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody... I mean, I don't know what Dreamer's thinking, but I don't think anybody's on the page of, hey, maybe we should fucking talk with her.
No, like, I mean, not focusing on the little ones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the only reason I even hit the one was because story-wise, leaving Miri behind wouldn't have made any sense. So, but I'm the fuck out of there immediately to join you as soon as this is done.
Alrighty. She is within your line of sight, 30 feet of range. What are you doing, lad?
Okay, he's gonna cast Chaos Bolt
Okay.
Attaboy.
and spend his last sorcery points to quicken it.
It's a bonus
Ooh,
action. Ooh,
bonus
alright.
action.
Tides of Chaos.
Attaboy.
Okay. Oof. Wub,
Okay.
wub, wub goes flying right past this thing.
Mm,
You do still have your action.
then he's just gonna sling a firebolt.
Alright. It definitely hits.
Nice.
Roll me damage.
Nice.
For the
nice,
full
Max.
10.
Damn it. Light her up.
At least I did something. God. And
Hey,
then
more
he's
power
gonna
to you,
finish his movement by doing that.
Attaboy.
Alrighty.
Looking annoyed with himself.
Do all of your mirror images look annoyed too?
Yes.
They're
As
just
you-
shaking their head at Felgrin.
Yes, I know.
As
Look at me like
you
that.
duck out of sight behind the pillar, you hear a familiar sound. The cracking of roots and needles across the floor as they rapidly grow towards the party. You see the ends of them appear around the pillar you're hiding behind, Felgrin, as a pair of needle spawn are birthed into the battle beside you.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is getting tense. This is getting rough, guys.
Yeah, real fucking rough. Like, if we don't start rolling good, like, this is TPK territory we're walking into. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus a boss against us right now.
Plus a boss who is looking much rougher than she did when you first walked into this room.
That's good.
Krellick, that is now your turn.
20 feet. Oh, that's 50.
Taking the 2 hits.
Yep.
Alright, they're gonna both roll their claw attack. 2 misses.
Nope, and nope. Hey, at least we know Krellick will survive this. We'll all die, but he'll go on.
So it's 10 feet, 20 to there. You get 25 to there. You'd
Right.
have to dash to close with her.
I'd have to. Yeah, I guess. That's what he's gonna have to
So
do.
If you can, I can't really see out there, but you could dash past her and, like, block her in type thing, keep her from retreating back any further. That's up to you.
Then I'm just. I guess since I can't attack, I'm just gonna shout out, "I'm gonna kill mommy!" See if I can
Nice.
get any of these things to
Hold
follow
on.
me.
You know, you know what? That's a really good question because I'm not going to have you roll persuasion or deception because obviously you're intent on this. Roll me intimidation, but use your strength modifier because these things have been fighting you for a bit.
And doing nothing.
So
To him.
Just roll your roll
abilities, say or strength ability.
yeah,
Hmm.
and then we add 2 for your proficiency. Are you proficient in intimidation?
Yes.
Okay. 11? We'll see if that works.
Okay.
In the meantime, Felgrin, as one of these things emerges from the floor in front of you, it raises its hand to strike, raking out at you with the claw, and then halts as Krellick goes pounding up behind the mother and hems her in. And now that you're much closer, you can see this thing does have eye sockets. They look hollow. But in the proximity of their mother and having been birthed from her, it does have a little bit of that same familiar glow. It has its mother's eyes, essentially. And it is going to leave you to go racing after this creature that would dare to attack Mother.
Better tend to that.
And it dashes to get up on you, Krellick. And Felgrin, you do have an attack of opportunity if you want.
He's like, idiot. Well, he has no weapon in his hand.
You want to try and slap it?
Not particularly.
Alright. You don't have to.
Okay.
Dreamer,
Seems
it is
pointless.
now your turn.
Okay. This one's crazy. Alright, I am going 30 feet, taking the attack of opportunity.
Okay. Let's do that. 17.
That'll hit me.
For 4 slashing damage.
Ah, shit. Can I take one step back?
Yeah.
As in, I want to use my bonus action and give Tavini my last bomb of the Summer Court.
Oh yeah,
Oh, smart.
I would allow
Like
that before you
left.
move.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Tavini is going to get 1d6
Plus
1 temporary HP.
So you get 3 full HP and 1 temporary HP.
Now, from here, can I spot that crossbow bolt that Hilda shot?
Yeah, I would say... Let's see, this thing... I should be carrying the light with it. So yeah, it is glowing faintly. You are able to see the sort of scorched chest with the crossbow bolt sticking out of it and that pulsating core beneath.
Can I see the metal bit of that crossbow bolt?
You know what? Roll me perception at disadvantage because it is embedded into this thing's chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's legit.
That's totally
I'd say
fair.
it's- Yeah,
That
I'd say
feels
totally fair.
appropriate. Because I know exactly what you're doing, and I'm so on board for this.
Yep,
but
I am too. I love it.
19.
Oh my god!
19 at
That
disadvantage.
is awesome.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, that's it with advantage. Whoops.
Oh, rip.
Oh,
Try it
well
again.
here.
Instead, it's +6. It's a 16 still.
A 16 still. Okay. So
I meant to hit disadvantage. I swear to God.
in the sickly yellow glow from her eyes, and the cracks of light pouring out of the seed pod pulsating in her chest, you see the faint glint of metal.
Attaboy.
I am casting heat metal on the crossbow bolts.
Fuck. Yes. Bring the noise, baby. I love it.
Fucking ridiculous.
I love it so much.
What if it was a flint head?
They're dwarves. Doubt it.
No, it's
You
metal.
cause
cast
the
heat
object
rock.
to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Roll for damage.
Yeah.
13.
Oh my god. Good damage.
If a creature is holding or wearing
fantastic.
the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
God damn. Yes.
I love you.
Yeah, I do.
I'm
Oh.
so proud of you.
Yep.
My baby boy.
Anything else? You've moved, you've done your action, you've done your bonus action.
That is all I have.
So Helda, from where she is going to fire her crossbow bolt at one of the needle spawn, hemming Tavini in. So she's out of her action surges. We're just straight up rolling now. 16.
Hey.
Hits it for 6 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
As Tavini, you hear the twang of a crossbow string and the thunk of this thing striking wood. And from behind you, hey, come back here, you fucker. Get off the little one. Come fight someone more your own taste.
There you go.
However, having said that, you also see around the corner as she scurries out of sight.
Nice.
Ooh.
That is now the needle spawn nearest Felgrin, which does not seem drawn by Krellick's battle cry.
Gonna let mommy die, eh?
It advances on you. It is going to take a swing. It's
Yeah.
a 16 to hit
Okay.
for
Ooh.
7 slashing.
I roll a d6.
Oh,
Or
nice.
d20.
Oh, yeah.
And it hits an image.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It
Your
blows
image.
a raspberry at it.
Paying those fucking dividends, baby.
It's like... And then it disappears.
So is this one of the deeper on the register ones or one of the higher pitched ones?
Higher. It's a very high raspberry.
It almost sounds like it's buzzing.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry. Try again.
Tavini, that is now your turn.
Get out of there, Davini.
Even in mortal peril, he can't keep his mouth shut.
Nope. That's why we love him.
That's why we appreciate ya.
Absolutely.
Tavini is
why I
going
appreciate
to.
Yeah, she's in a tight spot.
Yeah, she's gonna try and get up and out of there. So bounce on the bed and.
You
Nice.
can disengage if you want.
Actually, yeah, disengage.
Alright, yeah, if you disengage, you only have your full movement. You don't have a dash movement, but you can
Yes.
move safely.
Yeah. Avoid those smacks. Yeah.
Well done.
Good call. Good call.
Come on, Rian.
And then that's it.
She's got no
Alright.
bonuses she can do.
Rian, what are you doing?
Okay. I think I'm gonna know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so first, I am...
Getting out of the needles?
Yes. But, yeah, he is going to step outside the needles and move up to here, not disengaging. So he's gonna take 2
Okay.
hits. So he's gonna take that little angle. That puts me at 30.
You're also taking 1 piercing damage and 1 poison damage as you
Okay.
pull yourself through the needles. And
problem.
let's get those 2 attacks of opportunities going.
Do it. Bring it.
As a 21
That
and
one got
a
me.
9.
Okay, first one got me.
So 4 slashing damage.
Okay, that's all my temp HP and got me with for 1 on that. So 39. Okay, now as he gets there, he realizes he's got to get in this fight, and he doesn't know how he's going to do it, but digging deep, he can feel pulsating again. This electricity starts just going through his body, and he feels it like in his legs, and he casts Expeditious Retreat as a bonus action and does another dash action for 30 feet.
So Expeditious Retreat, are you immune to attacks of opportunity?
No.
Because he did just run past another needle spawn.
No problem. Take the hit.
Alright, that's a 23 to connect, not crit, for another 4 slashing.
Cool. And technically that's just movement and bonus action, right?
Yes. You still have your action.
I can only stow 2 weapons, and I got 2 out, so I can't put away both swords and take out my crossbow, so never mind.
Could dash to get up on it.
Does that count? Can I dash again?
Well, you
No,
do.
yeah, using my action. It's not a bonus action. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my action. Okay,
Well,
yeah.
hold on.
Hell yeah.
Does Expeditious Retreat increase
It
your
turns... It makes my movement a bonus action. I can dash as a bonus action, but that's why I'm not sure. So can I dash twice as a bonus action and an action?
I mean, Lando, I believe I've seen, like, monks or tabaxis or rogues do this.
So
This
is the word.
They are
this
2
is the
independent
wording.
actions.
Do you want me to rain on your parade?
So I can't double up on it, or what?
Well, Expeditious Retreat is a bonus action to cast.
Ah. Oh, no, but it's
when you cast the
when
spell.
you cast the spell.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah,
I
it's
was gonna
totally
say-
possible.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I would allow that you could use your action as well for a dash.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'll run right up to it then, and get
That'll
ready
be-
for next turn.
Yep.
Man, covered some fucking ground.
So now one of these is going to be attacking Miri. Let's see, the others are going to chase after the one that just ran after their mother.
Yep.
So one's going to show up there. One going around the base of the tree is going to show up there. So first the attack on Miri as a 14 to connect
Just hits.
for 4 slashing damage. And then we have,
A half health.
because both you and Krellick are downrange of these 2, they're going to do a needle volley. So first we need to find out how many the one on the left is going to hurl. It's going to hurl 5 needles.
Ooh.
So it'll
Yeah,
be
no shit.
Rian, Krellick, Dreamer. For that one, I would rule Felgren probably has... Yeah, Felgren has full cover from it, so...
Cover!
Miri and Tavini at half cover. So,
I can't curve bullets.
can't curve bullets. First one for our lad Rian. It's 24 to
Fuck,
hit
that hits.
for 7.
Holy shit.
Next up, Krellick. 16 does not
Nope.
hit.
Nope.
Attaboy.
Next up, Dreamer. 12. I don't think
No,
that
we don't
hits
hit
Dreamer.
Miss.
Alright, and then Miri, I think, has a +2 to AC for half cover. Still 23 connects.
God
5.
damn. You're gonna end up killing my daughter.
And Tavini, +2 to
No,
your
I don't think
AC,
13.
so I don't think a 13 hits.
No.
Alright, now that was the one on the left. The one on the
Yeah.
right. Going to do its own needle volley. Only
Just
fires
one.
one, so it's gonna fire one at you, Rian.
Bring it.
Bruh.
Fuck.
24 to hit for 4 piercing on that one.
Yeah. Puts me pretty low.
It's just hitting you every single
I
time.
know. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll take the hits. You guys drop the bombs.
Let's see. Clay and Yugo scurrying off somewhere out of sight. That
Should've
is now
smashed their fucking pots.
our needle-ridden woman.
Goody.
Who, remind me when heat metal triggers, Dreamer.
I can use it as a bonus action, and if she didn't remove the bolt from her body, she has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
So she doesn't take damage yet. But she gonna have to roll high to hit us.
Yeah, I think that heat is distressing her, and she goes to use an action to try and pull this crossbow bolt out instead. So let's do an ability check on that.
Was it Constitution? Is that?
Oh, is
not
it?
the roll?
Oh yeah, it's Constitution, isn't it?
There was a Constitution saving throw, so it was technically part of this initial spell.
Okay.
So
This
I
would be
thought it was to
her
remove
physically
it.
trying to remove the object, causing
Yeah.
her distress.
The wording was weird. Yeah, it was like if you had a weapon or armor, they could like take it off at that. So I guess you could still count it as like ripping it out of them if it's stuck in them.
Yank. Ouch.
Okay, then I'll rule that sits there. No, it's because it's Constitution to see if they can hold on to it if they choose.
Is that what it was? I thought it was so they could get rid of it so it didn't burn them anymore. Maybe I'm wrong.
You can read the spell. Must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you cast it on their weapon, and instinctively they're gonna drop it.
Yeah, but if they want to hold on to it, then they have disadvantage on everything.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So now she's yanking a hot crossbow.
Yeah,
bolt
now
out
she's
of
trying
her.
to pull it out. So I will say she has disadvantage on this attempt. So
Okay.
I'll roll again and we'll take the lower of these.
Yikes.
19.
Yep. Good
So-
either way, shit.
She pulls it out of her chest, and you could see the glowing red-hot tip of this as the shaft of the crossbow bolt is starting to catch fire. But you also see that where the crossbow bolt had been embedded near the pulsating pod at the center of her, it is red and singed, and you're seeing that fire spreading within. So she'll be taking
Yeah.
1d4 fire damage every turn now till the end of this fight, but is no longer going to be taking the heat metal damage.
Nice.
But
Hey,
that is
take it.
that is her action. Her bonus action is going to be to lay down another patch of poisonous terrain around herself. As Rian, you find yourself yet again needles erupting from the ground around you.
Okay.
And as she
Murder
drops
so
that
far.
crossbow bolt and it clatters amidst all the briars around her. Her attention swings to you, Dreamer,
Ooh, she knows
and
up
she speaks in Druidic. I know you can understand me. Make these part of my experiments. Be a part of my experiments, and we can do something great here.
Okay. Little Dreamer.
What it was, Dreamer? Any response from Dreamer?
What you do here is not natural. This cannot continue.
If she looked enraged before, now she looks doubly so. And she is going to attempt to move on Dreamer.
Oh.
Go for it.
So, Rian, I need you to give me you can either roll me athletics or acrobatics check as she is going to try and charge past you toward him.
Oh shit. I am gonna go athletics.
Okay.
21.
Let's see, opposed athletics check.
Watch her just fucking bomb it. Okay, thank God. I was like, she rolls a 37.
Yeah, no. So she tries to
17.
shove past you, but what do you do to stop something that is covered in needles and burning from the inside?
Like, as she goes by, I kind of, like, dance out of the side and, like stab my longsword down, like, in front of her foot, essentially, to, like, trip her up so that she doesn't get her momentum.
Yeah, your change sort of gives her pause enough that she remains standing where she is, and as you were kind of looking downward toward the ground, the roots of this briar patch that has built up around you, you see that crossbow bolt, and you see it resting against the base of some of this briar, and you see smoke and flame starting to build. It's very, very small at this moment, but is catching quickly.